Hey YouTubers, it's your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. So today I'm doing my newest movie review on the latest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And this is the third and final movie of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So basically this movie is about the whole team trying to deal with the loss of Gamora from Avengers Infinity War, but something from Rocket's past pops back up, and it's up to the Guardians to help save Rocket and save the galaxy once again. And let me tell you, this movie was pretty good. There was a lot of emotional moments in this movie, and we get to explore Rocket's past as well. And let me tell you, it was a real emotional story for Rocket and the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And this movie will make you legit cry your eyes out. That I can vouch for that because I was crying throughout some parts of the movie, and it was just really emotional. And we also get introduced to Adam Warlock, who was created to destroy the Guardians of the Galaxy. As most of you seen in the post-credit scene for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, he was created to destroy the Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said before. But all in all, this was one of those great movies, and it was a good send-off to the Guardians of the Galaxy, for sure it was. And let's start off with the positives and negatives. First off, are the positives. The story itself is phenomenal and great. I was really crying, like as I said before, and it was one of those emotional stories. We get to learn more about Rocket's past and how he was created, because you already know in Guardians of the Galaxy he mentioned that he was put together a bunch of times and everything. And his story really was emotional and tragic. And we also get to see some of his friends that he met while being created as well. And all in all, guys, it was very emotional. The story itself, the story of this movie itself, it was really deep and very intriguing. And also another positive is the cast and director. Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista, Palm, Zoe Saldana, all of them come back in this movie with one heck of a team up. And as most of you know, this Gamora is 2014 Gamora, not the current Gamora, because we've seen her. Everyone who's seen Avengers Infinity War knows she was sacrificed for the Soul Stone, and she doesn't recall. And this 2014 Gamora, she doesn't have no memory from the past few years that she had with Peter. And I can say this, it was just great seeing Zoe Saldana back. And Dave Bautista as Drax, he was funny. He was very funny. He brings the humor. He brings the humor to Drax, as always, as we've seen in the past Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Thor Love and Thunder, and Infinity War and Endgame. He does bring a lot of the humor. Dave, if you watch this, phenomenal job. And thank you for bringing this amazing character to the MCU. I'll truly miss you. And hopefully, and who knows, hopefully we'll get to see him in future superhero projects. We never know. I'm actually, honestly, I'm eager to see what the future holds for him in his acting career. I know it's going to be really good. But Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, he is great. He's great. He brings the action as always, and all his humor as well. Chris Pratt, if you watch this too, awesome job. Along with Palm as Mantis. She was good as well. And the director, James Gunn, he really did bring the he really did bring his A game with this movie. He's a phenomenal director for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I can't really I can't really imagine anyone else directing Volume 3 aside from him. I am I'm eager to see what he does now that he's the head of the DC universe and everything. Sorry guys, my mind is in a blur. My mind is in a blur. Yeah, but James Gunn is really phenomenal, and he is like the godfather of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies for sure. And I can't imagine anyone else directing these movies but him. Another positive is, well, it this movie was like a good proper send off to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and and I believe that we grew up. I believe that once you see this movie, you'll be fully em- embraced in it, and you're gonna cry a lot, like literally cry a lot. As I said before, you're really gonna cry. You're really gonna cry a lot. You're gonna have a good laughs as well. A bunch of funny moments in this movie too. You are going to be so surprised when you see this. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. The one negative I have with this movie is Adam Warlock. He does have some good moments, don't get me wrong, but he kind of does act like a little kid at times. He does act like a little kid sometimes, like taking care of this new pet that we seen. It's kind of cute, but he does he kind of does act like a kid from time to time. I was thinking he was going to be this badass character that takes down the Guardians, but he still, don't get me wrong, he still had a couple of good moments. But I really do think that he should have honestly had a bunch of other good moments in this movie as well. They kind of cut him short, but it was still good to see him. It was still good to see him in this movie and just see him bring the kick ass action and all that. And that's it for my positives and negatives. On to my rant. The movie itself, again, is a proper send off to the Guardians of the Galaxy that we know now, and we grew up with these characters for practically 9 years since they debuted in 2014, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for all of them now that they can move on from Guardians of the Galaxy for all the cast members. But who knows? Maybe we'll see them again in the near future. Maybe we'll see them in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Some of them we'll see. And Nebula, we seen her grow in this movie as well. We seen Nebula grow in this movie as well. The actress that plays her, she she really can grow on you. Nebula, at first she started out as like trying to please Thanos, her father, but we seen her grow throughout the years. We seen that she is just a character that is now turned from a villain to a hero, and we seen her care about her new family and seeing her do whatever it takes to protect them. But this movie itself is great, along with the rest of the cast. Chris Pratt, all of them phenomenal. And again, they finally in this movie they dropped the F bomb, the F word in this movie. They they finally did that. James Gunn is always finding ways to find a way to make this Guardians of the Galaxy movie more interesting and fun. And still, it was nice to see. It was nice to see that this movie was super creative and fun to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for the MCU. Now, like we seen all the cast and crew, all the cast say goodbye to each other. It was kind of sad though. Don't get me wrong, but still, this everyone's saying this movie is way better than Avengers Endgame. I agree, it is. it's definitely a step up from Avengers Endgame because we've seen a lot of action and everything in this movie that you will legit be blown away by, and along with seeing Rocket's backstory as well. I can't reveal much because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Also, stick around for those two post-credit scenes, guys. There's two post-credit scenes to this movie that I can't really spoil, but it's going to be really interesting and and fun to see. You're definitely going to be. You definitely want to get. Yeah, I can't talk. I apologize. You're definitely going to want to stick around after the credits and see these two post-credit scenes and take and just enjoy it, guys. Just enjoy it because this is a proper send off for the Guardians of the Galaxy. It really is, and I can't thank them enough, along with James Gunn, for making the Guardians of the Galaxy a good franchise that we'll all remember for a very long time. And that's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a solid B plus. I hope you guys can see it. It's a B. Because this movie did have a few problems with it. Don't get me wrong. The one problem is just the one problem. But the rest of the movie itself was great. It was fun. I was really into it. I was enjoying myself. And there were a lot of scenes that were really emotional, and I was crying as well. And there were a lot of funny moments, especially with Mantis. I'm not gonna lie about that. There were a lot of funny moments with Mantis that I'm not gonna forget either. It was just so funny. And Rocket's backstory, like I said before, it was emotional and real tragic. That it really was something that everyone is gonna cry on. And when you see his story, you're just gonna his backstory, you're gonna see he really went through a lot. I felt bad for the guy, but the story itself, the cast, the director, everyone in this movie did a phenomenal job. This is going to be a movie everyone is going to remember. They're going to show their kids, their grandkids, everything. All I can say is this: the MCU has finally come back, and they stepped up their game with this movie. You're definitely going to want to see this movie and check it out and enjoy the good moments with it as well. And that's it. And that's it for my movie review, guys. I apologize. That's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.